This is the Phillies Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome into the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. My name is Mark Farzett. I got you covered for all your podcast, postcast needs. Connor Thomas has you covered each and every day for your Locked On Phillies daily podcast right here on Locked On Phils. How about this? They sweep the Blue Jays out of South Philadelphia. How about that for your fighting Phils? How about this? 18 hits for your fighting Phils. 11 runs for your fighting Phillies. A grand salami from Nick Castellanos. Man, he was flirting with that left field wall. Like there was heavy flirtation between him and that left field wall all day long. But you know what? One got over the fence for a grand slam home run and really blew the doors off of this game and put the Phillies en route to not just the win, but the ability to break out the brooms against the Blue Jays for the victory. You absolutely love this for the Phillies. And Otto Kemp. Just wherever. Take your pick. Where do you want to play? Where do you want to play? Do you want to pitch? You can pitch if you want to pitch. Maybe in the bullpen. But anyway, just whatever. You can do whatever. You can do anything, it seems like. 4 hits for Otto Kemp in this one, including, dare I say, one of my favorite phrases in all of baseball. Ready? Good piece of hitting. There you go. Look, 4 hits is 4 hits. It's hard to argue with a good game that's 4 hits, okay? But it's not just the 4 hits that was nice about his performance today. It was the plate coverage. Like, of all the things, like I'm just watching him go down in the zone, go away to the outside corner of the plate, pitches that were away. The final hit he had against Spencer Turnbull, it was on the outer half of the plate. He got the bat head out there, was able to pull it into left field for another base hit, his fourth of the game. Just continues to hit. Absolutely love what you're seeing right now from Otto Kemp. And Zack Wheeler. Oh, my goodness gracious. 6 innings, 1 earned run of baseball for Zack Wheeler, and 9 strikeouts as he improves to 7-2 now on the season. How about this Philadelphia Phillies team right now hitting a wee bit of a stride? Now, the tall order here for the Phillies is going to make sure that they don't go down to Miami and do anything stupid against the Marlins, like play down to their opponent or anything ridiculous like that. Just keep this going. And as we sit here live on the program, I am monitoring right now the Tampa Bay Rays, who are up 9-0 on the New York Mets right now in the bottom of the 9th inning in Flushing, New York, where the Rays are looking to finish off that game. And I think that would officially put the Phillies at 2.5 games in the standings behind the New York Mets. So Phillies win. Mets right now are 3 games up on the Phillies. If they lose, it'll be 2.5 games up on the Phillies. So the Phillies inching closer and closer and closer. Mets look like they're about to drop their 3rd straight. Phillies, of course, have now won 4 in a row. Better than just a bottom line win streak for your Phils. So let's get into it. 3 big things. Number 1, Zack Wheeler. Oh my goodness gracious, friend. Going out there. The sweeper was working well today. The fastball had a lot of life on it in particular. And to see him go through the lineup today in the manner in which he did was spectacular. All in all, we'll get to his numbers in a second. But all in all, there was a nice stretch there for Zack Wheeler. 7 straight strikeouts from the end of the 2nd inning into the 4th inning, got Guerrero to strike out on a sweeper. It was a 7th pitch of that at bat. Before that, he was able to get Alejandro Kirk on a fastball, Jimenez on a curveball. Then he got Rodin to strike out on a fastball, Robertson on a fastball, Clase on a fastball, looking at a sinker from Bo Bichette in the 3rd, and then Guerrero, he got on that sweeper in a 7-pitch at bat to start off that 4th inning. How about that for Zack Wheeler? Just dominant throughout the ball game today. And one of the best things about it, the fact that the Phillies, when he was getting up there in his pitch count, that is, Phillies, a little bit of a close game. Phillies certainly didn't have a crazy handle on things, but it was a 6-2 ball game in the 5th inning. So Zack Wheeler goes out there for the 6th. He's dealing in the 6th. He's at 81 pitches. He gets done. He's at 94 pitches. And I'm thinking, all right, are you gonna pull him? Are you going to take him out of the game? Here are the numbers in particular. 94 pitches there. at the end of the 6th inning. I'm thinking, all right, he's not going to put him out, right? He's not going to put him back out there on the hill. And then sure enough, you see Zack Wheeler with the coat on just one sleeve, the right arm on Zack Wheeler's arm. And it's like, he's going to put him out there. Rob Thompson is not going to tinker in this scenario. He's just going to leave him out there. And then the bases loaded situation, you get the grand slam. All of a sudden, the doors of the game are blown wide open. It's 10-2, and it's like, yeah, I think I'll take this coat off now. I think I'm done for the day. And his day was spectacular. 94 pitches, give you the numbers again. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 9 strikeouts for Zack Wheeler. Again, improves to 7-2. That's the biggest thing on today. As for the second biggest thing of 3 big things, number 2, hey, Nick Castellanos. That really solved a lot of problems. I mean, not that I thought the Phillies were ever going to lose this game, but you never know until you know. And when it was 10-2, I kind of felt like I do. Nick Castellanos had the hit of the game. You might even call it, ladies and gentlemen.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
That, for me, was the turning point for Nick Castellanos, and he belted that baseball just barely over the left field wall. I don't know if the dude that actually came up with it, because there were 3 dudes that seemed to come over the wall a little bit there, over that little iron railing. They were digging in the petunias there in left field, trying to find the ball. The one dude found it, picked it up along with some petunias, and raised his hand. I don't know if the dude's a daddy. I don't know if he's a father on this Father's Day. But, fellas, that's how you do it. Little landscaping, get a grand slam ball. Hey, raise it to the crowd, get the ovation. All in all, that's how it's done. The dad energy in that one is strong. But Nick Castellanos' grand slam certainly just blew the game wide open. A strong contender for that was Alec Boehm's 2-run home run on a first-pitch sinker in the 5th inning that had the score go from a 4-1 game to a 4-2 game to a 6-2 lead for your fighting Phils. I can't remember the last time I saw an Alec Boehm home run that went 430 plus feet. That one went 433 feet to left field. Again, first pitch sinker in off the plate a wee bit, and he turned on that ball and belted that one. No question about that one for that 6-2 Phillies lead. That's a runner up there to the turning point of the game. Number 3. Look, on a day where you have 18 hits in the game, in a day where you have Trey Turner, a multi-hit game, Kyle Schwarber, Alec Boehm, Max Kepler with a multi-hit game, JT Realmuto with another multi-hit game, Otto Kemp leads the way with 4 of the Phillies' 18 hits. And how about this as well? He scores 3 runs, and he drives in 2 runs. I got to say, I know it could be a toss-up here. We're talking about the third biggest thing of the 3 big things, but Otto Kemp, have yourself a day. Now, I said earlier, plate coverage absolutely was on full display in today's game, and you saw him go up there multiple times and just cook. Beating out an infield single to shortstop, hustling his way over there for his first hit of the game, was able to get a base stolen there, put himself in scoring position. Trey Turner would line out to center field in that 3rd inning. Schwarber would get the intentional walk. Alec Boehm would drive in his first RBI of 3 on the day with an RBI single. That was a little humpback liner that he inside-outed into the shallow right field. That brought Kemp around to score, gave the Phillies a 2-0 lead. Then Kemp steps to the plate again in the 4th inning, this time a 2-run single to left field, down in the count, 0-2 for Otto Kemp. He gets, I think it was a breaking ball that he got down in the zone, and he just laid the barrel of the bat down there at just above his shoelaces, reaching out for it, poked it in the left field for that 2-run single. How about that? Also, 1 out in the inning at that point. You needed somebody to come through, make sure you weren't going to waste the situation there. He made sure they didn't waste the situation. And then later in the game, comes up again, sees Swanson in the 6th inning, puts a single in the left field for his 3rd hit. And then in the 7th inning, 1-1 pitch, again, down in the zone. And I think that was the one against Turnbull. And he put it into left field for his 4th and final hit of the game. In total for for Otto Kemp, 4 for 5, 3 runs, 2 runs batted in. 345 is the young bull. That's what he's hitting so far at the big league level. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time before the first home run of his big league career comes. So certainly what you could root for there. Zack Wheeler, number 1. Number 2, Nick Castellanos, grand slam. Number 3, Otto Kemp. 4 home runs. 4 hits in this game for the Fighting Phils. When we come back, we're going to talk about before we do that, let me just make sure this has gone final. Is this gone final yet? Is this gone final yet? Is this gone final yet? 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, Tampa Bay Rays 9-0 over the Mets. I don't take anything for granted. Right now, it's a bases loaded 2-out situation with Juan Soto at the plate. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to jinx it. I don't want to be the guy that's going to jinx it, so I'm not going to jinx it. When we come back, we're going to talk about another Philly who is certainly, the game's over. Tampa Bay Rays beat the New York Mets just like that. They sweep them out of Flushing, New York. How about that? Philly's now just 2.5 games out of first place in the NL East, while they go to Miami for a 4-game series against the Marlins. While they have the Marlins, the New York Mets, they're going to be taking on the Atlanta Braves in a 3-game series beginning Tuesday. That'll go through Thursday, and then they square off. Both these teams have one more series before they face off against one another, the Mets and the Phillies. Mets, like I said, take on the Braves in Atlanta before coming to Philly. Phillies take on the Marlins in Miami before coming back to play host to the New York Metropolitans. When we come back, we'll talk about another Philly. Seems to be hitting a stride right now in this lineup. We'll talk about that when we return. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast. Hey, I don't want to tell you about average pistachios. I don't want to tell you about okay pistachios. I want to tell you about wonderful pistachios. That's wonderful pistachios. Oh, have you not sampled? It's fantastic. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Crack into a good source of protein with wonderful pistachios. Wonderful pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1-ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I love the no-shell variety. I like to get right down to it. You know what I'm saying? If you do like the crack of the shell there, then by all means enjoy the shell variety. Most people do. A lot of people do. Get cracking, get snacking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. That's wonderfulpistachios.com. I believe I mentioned the Phillies and Mets are going to be in town in a couple of days. I believe I mentioned that. You want to go to a game? You want to go to a concert even? Maybe even a comedy show? Game Time app has you covered for all of the above. You ever decided at the last minute to go to a ball game with friends and family? Maybe it's game day. Maybe it's just hitting you now. Oh, man, I need to go to the game. Well, take the guesswork out of buying tickets because getting tickets to games and events, concerts, comedy shows, whatever, has never been easier than it is right now with the Game Time app. So download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONMLB. That's promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase on the Game Time app, the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for exciting upcoming MLB games. Also, you can view your seat's vantage point before you buy it, so you literally take the guesswork out of buying tickets. So once again, download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. That's redemption code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. A Philadelphia Philly that has certainly been hitting rather well. Now 242 he's hitting on the season. That's JT Real Muto. Comes up to the plate today, is able to get you 2 hits in the ball game. Absolutely fantastic. Also only strikes out once. On base percentage is up over 300 at 311 now for him. That's not a brag. Okay? I'm not bragging for JT Real Muto. I'm simply saying it's good. Good to see him get back on track. Also, Rafael Marchand steps up to the plate, sees one pitch, single, bang, bang, boom, single, boom, just like that. Everybody was hitting for this Phillies lineup. And you know what? Johan Rojas was a defensive replacement later in the game. He did not get a hit. Bryson Stott did not get a hit. And I think the realization, and I wanted to bring this up because I know this came up last night during the show. The situation the Phillies are in right now with Otto Kemp hitting as well as he has been hitting, and Bryson Stott, who we all know and love, not hitting. The decision is going to have to be made for the Phillies because Bryce Harper ain't leaving this lineup anytime soon. The question of Otto Kemp potentially taking over at second base is one that the Phillies will certainly have to ask themselves. I would love to see Bryce Harper be able to come back for this Met series. I would doubt that is going to be the case. I'm going to root for it. I am not going to bet on it. But I would love to see him be able to come over there. Now, Otto Kemp, has played third base. He's played first base. He's played the outfield. Limited anywhere else, pretty much. So that would be a new experience. I would venture to guess that if you can play the why isn't this giving me? Oh, yeah. I would venture to guess if you could play third, you could play second. So I would find it very interesting right now to see if the Phillies would give him an opportunity. I know you're talking about another right-handed bat in the lineup, but I'd be very interested to see if you would, at worst, have a platoon situation. Now, I look at Otto Kemp, and I see a guy that just wants to be let loose. Like, this guy just does not want chains on him. This guy wants to break off and just do his thing. This is time. This is serious consideration now for the Phillies as to whether or not Otto Kemp will play at the second base bag for them for the foreseeable future when Bryce Harper comes back off the IL. I know that might not sit well with some people, considering how much people love Bryson Stott, but the fact of the matter is he's had the had the injury excuse last year. He talked about it in spring training, and now we're right back to unfortunate numbers for him. The leadoff spot, although the mentality of a leadoff hitter is very much his mentality, the production of a leadoff hitter, not there at all. He's been trying to regain that stroke since being moved back down to the bottom of the order, towards the bottom of the order, has not happened yet for him. It has to be a thought of the Phillies right now that they got to keep Otto Kemp in this lineup. Now would be an opportunity for him to really let loose and help this Phillies team for the foreseeable future. And look, let's just stop all the people right now that are, we put him in the Hall of Fame already. No, of course not. But as I've been talking about throughout this season, whether it's Bryce Harper, whether it's Brandon Marsh, whether it was Bryson Stott, whether it's Alec Boehm, whoever it might be, when these guys are swinging hot bats, you don't take them out of the lineup. Earlier in the season, that guy was Edmundo Sosa. Then he stopped getting playing time, and he's certainly cooled off as well. The guys that you want to see stay up here are the guys that are hot. The guys you want to see continue to get plate appearances, those are the guys that are hot. And right now, he is certainly one of the guys that is hot, if not the hottest hitter in the lineup, other than Alec Boehm and what he's been doing really over the last month and a half of the season. So you want to see him continue to go out there and do his thing. Otto Kemp, by the way, minor leagues. I was looking at big leagues, which obviously would not count him at second base. 72 games in his minor league career at second base. So, yes, and that's he played 11 games in AAA at second base this year, and going back to 11 of those games were at second base last year, and this year he's played 11 games at second base. So there you go. Certainly an option there. Certainly an option there for the Phillies to have Otto Kemp at second base. I would expect it, as a matter of fact. Let's get into the chat check and see what you guys are feeling after this Phillies sweep of the Blue Jays on out of town. How about that? Morgan Lady, what's going on? Happy Father's Day. About to sweep the Blue Jays. Looks like the Rays about to sweep the Mets. Good weekend of baseball. Absolutely. Jess Patrick, too. What's going on? Yeah, Tampa leading the Mets 9-0 the ninth inning. Meanwhile, Otto Kemp play my player of this game. Not bad. Evelyn, what's going on? Evelyn, how sweep it is. How sweep it is indeed. Paul, what's going on? Paul Rumman, player of the game. Bryson Stott for being the only starter to go 0-4 in an 18-hit game. Paul, you were reading my mind. No question. Jeremy Von Skyver, happy Father's Day to all the dads. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate that. And to all the men like myself who were smart enough to not reproduce. An absolute perfect weekend for the Phillies. Mets lay an egg at home versus Tampa. How about that? Matt Forstater, hello. What's going on? Paul, hello. Ray Amato. Hello, Ray Amato. Talk about a great game today. Good to see some offense without Harper in the lineup for once. I know, right? Faxi, what's up, Faxi? How are you? Who wasn't getting tingles in the seventh inning with Casty? When Castellanos stepped to the plate again, that was the second time he stepped up to the plate with the bases loaded. 8-pitch. Nick Castellanos, people, with an 8-pitch at bat. Yes, please, and thank you. Edge of your seat stuff there. Edge of your seat stuff. I feel like I'm yelling. I'm sorry. I'm I'm just really excited. What can I say? Who was Wally Pip? Says Faxi. Wally Pip might be Bryson Stott in this situation. Harper, no. Guys. Well, yes, Wally Pip would have been Bryce Harper because Wally Pip, I believe, was hurt. Did he have a headache or something? It was something like that. And then that's when Lou Gehrig started his streak. So there you go. Great sweep, says Steve Garrison. What's up, Steven Garrison? For the bat to go get for me is, the bat is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Ari Stein, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you too, my friend. Happy birthday, Nick Sirianni. Also, fun fact, today is also my 7th wedding anniversary. So there you go. What's going on? Anthony Farzi, when Bryce comes back, what do we do with Otto? He is playing great right now. He's got to go to second. Paul, yep, I'm with you there. Anthony, Phillies sweep. Mets get swept. Back on track. What a great weekend. Yep. This is just making, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news in case some other people didn't realize this. I know we've said this on the postcast before, but the Phillies will go to Miami for the 4-game series. Mets have an off day tomorrow. Then they visit the Braves, and then they come to Philly. Now, this series against the Mets, which is a series from now, please, Phillies, don't do what I'm doing, which is looking ahead to the next series against the Mets. I believe that's an Apple TV game, a Fox game, and then an ESPN game. That's exactly what it is. Friday night, 7:15 on Apple. Saturday night on Fox at 7:15. Sunday night, 7 o'clock on ESPN. So, national audience, where did they get a load of me? There you go. And by me, I mean the Phillies, of course. Tommy Shrove, let's sweep the Marlins. Let's do it. Let's get greedy. Why not? Wow, Hoffman never did get in a game. Spencer Turnbull did, though. Wait, or no, maybe I'm just thinking of the... Am I just thinking of the video that they played for him? I know he did like a pregame interview. Yeah, he never got into the game here in Philly. That's right. Bryson Stott 0 for 8, 8 pitches, 9 pitches, 6 pitches. Yeah, the thing that we love about Bryson Stott is that he's a leadoff. He's got the mentality of a leadoff hitter, but does not have the production, and ultimately, production. Hey, look, if Bryson Stott has a 10-pitch at bat and lines out to center field, and Alec Boehm jumps on a first pitch fastball and hits a 2-run home run, I kind of like the Alec Boehm approach more than I like the Bryson Stott approach. Stott is slipping, says Steven Garrison. He is. Ooh, Otto in left field or second base, either or. Maybe that's what you do. Maybe Kepler, maybe he platoons with Kepler in left field. Maybe he platoons with Bryson Stott at second base. Maybe that's how you keep him in the line. No? All right. Anyway. Stott has been slipping for quite some time. Yes, he has. Colton Berge, Otto Kemp for MVP. Hey, I don't want to say it, but where were you when Otto Kemp saved the season? You know what I mean? Hoffman did not play, correct. Ooh. Tomorrow's going to be a trap game. Alcantara going to shut us down. How has he, the last time the Phillies faced him, he was horrible. The Phillies got to him, and I was just like, that is not Sandy Alcantara. That is not, don't even waste my time with that nonsense. I have not really checked to see how he has been doing so far this season. Where's his ERA at now? Holy pots and pans. He got a 7.14 ERA now. He's 3-7 on the season. Okay, things don't look like they've improved much for him. Okay, all right, here we go. His last two, okay, well, he faced Colorado and he faced the Pirates. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits against the Rockies. And then in his last start, so he's coming off a start against the Pittsburgh Pirates at Pittsburgh, 6 innings, scoreless. And that was a 3-2 victory for the Marlins. Well, I got rocked by San Diego. I got rocked by Los Angeles. I don't remember how many earned runs he gave up against the Phillies when he faced them way, way back. April 18th, 6 runs. Holy Stromboli. 6 runs. He lasted 2 innings. All right. A little bit more of that, please, and thank you. Who's pitching tomorrow? Great question. Should have looked that up before I went over to the other stuff. Would Luzardo get the ball? Or Mick Abel? Please don't tell me a bullpen game. No bullpen game. Don't want a bullpen game. No one the bullpen game. Mick Abel starts against Alcantara. It is Mick Abel. There you go. Thanks everybody in the chat. You guys are wonderful as per usual. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. That's like and subscribe to Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Also, make sure you guys like and subscribe to Locked On Eagles YouTube channel. Yours truly, Jason Martinez, Harry Mays, Louis DiBiase, do a 1-hour Eagles show twice a week on Locked On Eagles, and Louis DiBiase has you covered. Much like Connor Thomas has you covered on Locked On Phillies, Louis DiBiase has you covered on Locked On Eagles YouTube channel. And also like and subscribe, as I just took over the Locked On 76ers podcast with Inquirer beat writer for the 1098 76ers, Keith Pompey. You can catch Keith and I daily on Locked On 76ers. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. Back with you guys tomorrow for Locked On 76ers, and then back with you guys tomorrow night for Locked On Phillies following Marlins Phils at 6:40. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Catch you guys then. Have a great night. Bye. Oh, and yes, again, happy Father's Day, fellas. See ya.